Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Duquesne TV. This is Double Take, our debate show. To my left here, we got Tyler, and to my right, Edgar. We have some interesting topics to get to today. We're going to start off with a little Duquesne sports in terms of support. So, let me throw this out at you guys. Do you think, does Duquesne, the student body, support their sports teams enough? Let me start over here with Tyler.
Okay, I'm just going to get my biases out of the way first. I got a story for you. I'm sure you know John Rosado.
Yes, I do.
I used to know John Rosado. I don't know what it was. Maybe I watched Rudy or something like that. But one day I got inspired. I said, I'm transferring here. Time to start new, trying to do something else. I'm going to try out for the football team.
Okay.
So I had meetings up with John Rosado, sat down. I said, Coach, just put me in. I'm going to play.
Word.
He said, son, I believe you're too small to play this game.
Wow.
And that might be a bias on me. That might be a reason why I can't support Duquesne fully, is because I felt like
it was an open opportunity for you to excel in. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I could kick. I could do something. I don't know. I could even give you guys a water bottle. That's all I was looking for.
I didn't know the sister coming into the debate, but
yeah, that's all I wanted to do. So that might be a reason. Could Duquesne be supported more? Yes. I grew up in Pittsburgh. That's the thing. I didn't even know Duquesne had a football team until about 11th grade. So to me, and a lot of the Duquesne student body is from Pittsburgh. So I believe it should start younger. There should be more support for Duquesne's athletics at a younger age, because you get here and it's like, okay, yeah, we have a football team, but how did I not know that growing up in Pittsburgh this whole time?
Exactly.
So I think that's one of the things that definitely is on my mind about it. But I'll give you the floor now, see if you have something to say about it too.
With the Rosado situation, shout out to Rosado, by the way. But Rosado is a difficult character in his own type of way, because he's a little Italian dude, and he could be arrogant at some time. So I definitely do agree with that.
wait, let's clarify for our viewers. We're talking about a coach, a head coach, maybe?
We're talking about the head administrator for the football.
Oh, I went right to the main boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main, he went to the right guy to do that too.
Okay.
But basically, I do agree with the support starting at a young age, but also I don't feel like it's broadcast on campus enough for people to know that, okay, this is what's going on, their first camp, their first game. And also, another thing is, they don't let the players' faces be known. Like, it's not at a lunch or something that we could just promote ourselves and be like, hey, we got a football game coming up. Would you guys like to come and support us? Stuff like that. I know it's high school orientated a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's a small school. We got to do the best we can to make sure people know what's going on. So
we do what we got to do. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even a Duquesne problem, I would say. You look at Pitt, you look at Carnegie Mellon, you look at all these schools, and the one complaint that people have against all of them is attendance. You look at Heinz Field, it's nothing but yellow seats for every game. And when they are filled, it's from the other team. Mm-hmm. It's not even, Pitt. When you look at CMU, I don't even know what sports CMU plays. I think they have a math team. Yeah. I honestly don't know anything besides that. But I think growing up in a sports town, a pro sports town,
exactly.
It's hard for any college to kind of get support. And I think another thing is Pitt's student body, the whole Johnstown, Greensburg, all that, they have branch campuses. Their total student population is 35,000. Duquesne's is 9,000.
Yeah.
So even if you take a percentage of Pitt and a percentage of Duquesne, those small percentages, that 10% compared to this, the 10% compared to this, is going to be much bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one thing that I was concerned about. Another thing is
before I cut you off, I don't get how it's a sports town, but it's not, the sports is not being like broadcast, is not being like, people don't come to like a sporting event if it's a sports town. Like, that's something I really don't understand. Yeah. Like, are you saying that Pitt attendance is also low as well?
It is. It definitely is. And even the reason it is as high as somewhat it is people want to see North Carolina. I think people want to see Notre Dame. People want to see Florida State. I don't know how excited people can get to see Outerson Brodus. Or people are excited to be. I don't think it's necessarily the team itself, because honestly, you guys win more football games than any other team in Pittsburgh does half the time. That's it.
Honestly,
And the fact that our Rooney Field, the stadium, I guess, holds 5 rows of people, there should be no exception not to fill that up. In my mind, at least. Especially when it's on campus.
Exactly.
That's one thing that I can agree with you on. But I think
it's right there in the middle of our campus.
another thing is too. I'm not knocking the basketball team. I'm terrible at basketball, so I'm not going to make this a personal shot. But when your team is predicted to be 11th in the conference, I don't care. No matter where you go to school, it's hard to get excited over someone who is predicted to finish that low. That's about where Pitt basketball is in the ACC, and their attendance is going to drop off drastically.
Exactly.
And they're still going to play the Dukes. They're still going to play the North Carolinas.
Exactly.
They're still bringing in those big names as opposed to Duquesne basketball. They're bringing in, you know, smaller names that people like. They don't draw as big of the crowds.
Exactly.
And it's not like they're going to be like, well, I'm going to go just watch the Duquesne team play because why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're predicted to finish 11th. So
and they're not bringing also like big teams like how you said with Pitt. Like Pitt is bringing like Duke and the famous like All-Americans for high school basketball. So that also brings a lot of revenue as well. And also, Duquesne could do that as well. It's not like Duquesne couldn't do that.
It's not like they haven't done it before.
Exactly. So it's like I feel like it's part ways the students and part ways with the administrators as well. So.
Let me stop you guys right here. I gotta come at this from another end.
Yeah.
So why do you think they lack support, the students? Could it just be the fact that they simply don't care?
That's a tough question to debate. I honestly think the reason why students really don't care about the sports is because half of the students here are here academically. Not even some of the football players themselves. Half of them play to play. So it's like it's hard to draw people's attention that are just here for school. And at the end of the day, coming out of their bed 12 o'clock to come and watch something that's not really going to be the most exciting thing because we don't have the tailgates. We don't, and it's a dry. From what if I'm not correct, it's a dry campus as well. You can't just have a bottle on at a tailgate and stuff like that unless you're a parent or something like that. So I will understand on the student side why it's hard to support us. But at the end of the day, we're still a big school.
You're saying like their future aspirations probably get in the way. Like they'd rather focus on school and not be bothered.
Exactly.
Dry campus other than Brody, we can sign in one bottle of wine at a time. But I don't think that's going to culminate in the atmosphere. But we don't want to be libertines here.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to avoid that. So another thing is, like I said, people are just attracted to winners. I think the more these teams start to win, I mean, it's possible.
Let me jump in here, though. Has Duquesne not been winning, though?
They have been winning.
Yeah.
But
7-3.
We're not talking about like Pitt, though.
By the way.
Not Pitt. 7-3, bro.
7-3.
7-3.
4-1.
So, like, what more could they do, though, to attract? I feel like it. I'm gonna let you go. Go what you were saying.
I think it's just. And this is nobody's fault. It's just I feel like it's where we're based. We're in downtown Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Robert Morris, it's either I'm going to go cow tipping or I'm going to go watch the football game. Those are your two options.
Hell of a time, cow tipping.
I'm going to go sit at this football game or I'm going to go downtown and find something else to do.
Yeah.
I think there's just more options. I think that takes away from it a little bit.
It does.
A little thing. And it's not like they can't win. We saw in 1955 when the basketball team did win.
You were alive then, weren't you?
Unfortunately, I was not. And it feels like it was 1955.
Right? Yeah.
But the thing is that it happened, and if it happened once, it can happen twice. So that means that it is possible. It's just getting the right people in, and then once you start winning, the more students are going to get excited about it. But I do agree, it's not advertised enough, and that's something that we can fix. It's just a matter of how.
One thing I could say was the last basketball game I was at, the scrimmage. They're promoting hoverboards, passes. Like during the halftime, they had like a relay race and stuff like that. Those are just good ways
That's fun
to promote,
stuff.
Yeah, to promote kids to come to the games because you're getting a free pair of beats, you're getting a free pair of hoverboard.
Yeah,
I'll get my butt up.
Then it's like, wait, I might put those academics on hold for a second.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. So I mean, it's ways to promote it. I just feel like it needs to be more effort to do so. Like, and I don't feel like we have a body of students that could. I'm not gonna say we don't have a body of students, but it's not one group or club that could try to promote that for us. That would also help as well. So I mean, it's ways to help have that go on, but end of the day,
now I have a question for you. One time at a Duquesne basketball game, I won a $25 Jimmy John's gift card. And I am forever indebted to the basketball team. Does the football team do anything like that?
Honestly,
because I will do anything for Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah. half of the time I'm playing, so I wouldn't really know. But I do know, like, during halftime, like, the dancers, they throw shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
honestly, we don't do stuff like that. Keep it honestly, we don't do stuff like that. Because I haven't heard of somebody coming out winning a T-shirt, winning anything. Like, I just haven't heard of it. The basketball game.
Even put like one hoverboard up or
Yeah.
one pair of beats up.
Exactly,
I mean,
nah.
you don't got to give them to everybody, but even if you did like a drawing or something.
No, I definitely haven't heard about that during our football game. So I definitely do. We definitely do need to have that going, and that starts with Rosado, as I said. Rosado's the head guy. He's the guy that he knows a lot of people in Duquesne campus. So he's the guy that could definitely promote that for the football team. But just in general, as a sports club, like the soccer, women's tennis, I didn't even know we had that.
I still didn't even know we had that.
Yeah,
We
tennis,
do have it. Can
yes.
someone confirm?
Yeah, yeah, we do have that. The swimming team. I mean, it's a.
I know we have that.
Yeah, we have a variety of clubs, and I just feel like we need to promote all of them as one, and I don't think we do that.
Maybe it's Duquesne TV's job to promote.
And I think that's why we're starting this up.
I mean, there's only one way to build a national championship, and that is by starting the TV program.
Exactly,
again.
exactly.
And that's why we're here right now.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe we already talked about it, but do you think campus policies distract from student participation?
Definitely.
You mentioned dry campus, so
Definitely. I mean, it's a Catholic school, so it's certain restrictions that they have to uphold to because of the fact that it's a Catholic school. So definitely, I feel like some restrictions hold us from being able to have a good time in our college experience. So definitely.
I mean, yeah, that's just the thing. When you look at other schools, they're bringing buses that can bring kids in and stuff like that. And even when you look at Duquesne's whole student population, how many of them even are living on campus? And the ones living off, where are they going to park during these games to be able to get here is the thing.
That's a good point.
There's just no way for students to be able to get there. There's no transportation. I mean, you can talk on one side out of your mouth and you want to say, I want to create this atmosphere where we do this, but you're also, by your actions, saying, I don't want to create that because you're not providing the transportation, the parking, you know, just the stuff like that needed. Even like we have fields here. We have a field out in front of Brody. We have a field in front of Assumption. That could be set up to be awesome, you know, pregame tailgates and do all these other things.
Yeah.
There's all these other things. But the question is, why don't they do it? It's not because of lack of funding.
That parking,
I paid $50,000 here to go.
That parking is definitely a good excuse because I know every time somebody parks and it's not at a valid spot, they get a ticket. So that would just.
So then turns them off.
Yeah,
They ain't coming back.
definitely. They give some of the football players tickets for where we park.
And you're
at
playing
sometimes.
in the game.
Exactly. So
I got to run off the field and move my car.
Exactly. So it definitely plays a part, and that definitely plays a part. That was a good point that you brought up.
Being the moderator, though, just going to throw an opinion out there. I feel like they should promote it more. The most I hear, like, I see you guys practicing every day.
Yeah.
It's dope. But the most, like, when you got a football game coming up, the most it seems they do is, like, place those little signs on A-Walk that says, like, game day this Saturday.
Exactly, yeah,
like,
yeah.
But anything besides
Nothing,
that, like, that's it. They throw, like, a couple signs out.
Exactly.
And, like, you walk by and you're like, oh, there must be a game this Saturday. But, like, leading up to it, especially, like, you guys are doing good, right? I feel like there should be more excitement, more promotion.
7-3, 4-1 in the conference. I must say that again.
4-1 in the conference.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. The more that they win, the more that you guys win, do you think there's a better chance you guys move up into a different conference where maybe you attract a little better teams? Maybe even if you guys just start playing teams away at other places, that will attract.
Definitely if we win more games, it's definitely going to attract more and better teams to playing us, and that draws more money for us.
Even if you're losing the games.
I
mean, I'm not doubting you guys.
No, if we're losing a game, definitely, it's not going to bring attendance on our behalf. But if we're going to other places, like the last time, 2 years ago, we went to Old Dominion, and that's a Division 1A school. Last year we went to Buffalo. We played Buffalo at their home. We had a good amount of people that came, but I think that if we brought them to here, but that's going to be very expensive.
It's going to be hard to bring them here.
Definitely,
but I think like playing big teams on the road, it puts Duquesne on the map.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you're playing Buffalo. Duquesne's playing Buffalo.
And another thing is that we get television time as well. Like we play on ESPN3, we play on ESPN2. Like last year when we played against Buffalo, we was on ESPN2. And that's a good revenue itself to bring people to come to our games. But I just feel like people don't promote it enough for us to have enough fans at our games. Like we don't have pamphlets like our towers or something to tell you who we're playing, the star players on each team, like stuff like that. We don't have people to do that.
Now, I do have another question for you. I know there's interest in this whole Pitt versus Duquesne aspect. Would they ever play each other in football at the beginning of the season game, maybe at Heinz Field or something? Is that possible?
It is possible, but that all starts with the coaches. Honestly, it is possible. We can get that done.
Well, if it's possible, is there any drive to like maybe do that?
Honestly, not from the coach's standpoint.
The players want
it. The players want it, but it's the coaches, and the coaches can set that up because they set up every year. The coaches set up one Division I school that we would want to play, and that could be that one. But it's just a simple fact that the coaches don't want to push that, and I don't understand why.
You guys have some athletes from Pitt. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly. One athlete we do have, and one of our star players is Trent Coles. He's our cornerback.
He's in my Spanish class.
Exactly. Yeah. He's awesome. He's a great player. So definitely, like we could do that. It's just the coaches trying to promote that that's the thing that's messing everything up.
Yeah.
Could this be like a stereotypical thing that people have, like against athletes, football players, jocks, you want to call them? Do some people just like, not speaking for everybody, I'm just saying like football people like think they're above everybody. So you see like football players walking around, you just like, is it like,
I
do you think it gets into that?
I don't think that even applies at Duquesne because first thing, it's a small school, yeah. And also the simple fact that everybody knows everybody. That's one thing I can say. Like the fact that some people known each other before they came into college, and they're going to the same college just off the fact that, oh, I was going here, and they're all from Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that applies in any type of way because majority of the student body, somebody knows somebody from high school, just being around the area because Pittsburgh is not the biggest area to get lost in. So definitely, I don't think that applies to Duquesne.
No, I definitely don't think there's a bias, mostly because I don't think there's most of the time anything.
We did feel a little bias on your end to start this debate.
I know. I'm trying to keep my argument intact. Yeah. So I'm trying not to look stupid. But I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. I don't think there's a bias. I don't look at any players and any teams and go, wow, I'm not going to go to a game because look at that player. If anything, I see these people, and the more I would establish a relationship with a player or anything, that it would
Edgar.
entice me to go more towards the game.
Yeah.
So like, I have a personal relationship with Edgar. Now I know Edgar.
Yeah.
For me, I would rather go see Edgar play than just go see Duquesne football play. Now.
Yeah.
And I think the more that you
appreciate that,
the more no problem, man. I'll be there whenever I can. But the more people. If I'm not there on Saturday, it's Casey's birthday. We'll blame that one on
No,
him.
this Saturday's a bye week, so
you're playing next Saturday.
We're playing next Saturday.
Next Saturday, though.
For the conference championship, by the way. So
okay.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But I think that only just establishing connections with players would only make you want to go more. That would be my guess.
The players got to be more relatable, but I don't think it's on the players. I think again, it's like just people are not promoting it the right way.
And I don't feel like we have. I don't think the administration should promote it. I feel like a student body, a collective amount of students, should just have a club and just be like, okay, we're going to promote our sports clubs and get this.
I feel like there has to be something like that in place. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's something that, but I don't know if they're. I don't want to knock them, but
there's all those, and if just when you think all hope is lost, you go through a football season, you go through all the other sports. Just when you think all hope is lost, you'll get to the city basketball game, and 1,500 Duquesne students will show up, and you're just like, where did you come from?
Exactly.
I've never even seen you.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never even seen you.
Last year, and that was the thing. When that game was happening, like about 10 people came to me, oh, are you going to the city game? Are you going to the city? I'm like, wow, this is a sporting event I've never even heard about, and everybody's coming in my face about it because it's literally down the street. And I feel like the fact that it's at the council center, that also has something to play with it because it's a bigger arena, and it's professionals usually play there. So I feel like that was the reason why it was so brought up about. But the football aspect of it, I do think if we get the Pitt and Duquesne to go against each other, that would be one
heck of a game.
Yeah, that would be a game that definitely it will bring revenue. It might not be the closest game, but at the end of the day, it's just going to bring more fans.
It'd be exciting.
Yeah,
it benefits both teams.
And it's a rivalry as well, so it will definitely be.
A lot of the players, city kids who know each other.
Exactly. So that would definitely be big.
I mean, even going to Pitt games myself, I would rather see them play Duquesne. Even living in the city, I'd rather see them play Duquesne just for the mere interest of it.
Exactly.
And I mean, I don't want to see Youngstown State. I already see enough Penguins. They already disappoint me enough. I don't want to see a football team called the Penguins. I'm not for that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, give me some Duquesne Dukes or something like that.
Exactly,
something I can relate to. I don't know. I just don't see who doesn't benefit from that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
You're right.
What do you guys think is the best, well-attended sport? Is it basketball, like men's basketball?
The best, from what, last year was my first year here. And the number one sport, in my opinion, that got the most attendance was the women's basketball.
Wow.
In my
That's
opinion.
surprising. I honestly.
That's
the women's
bold.
basketball. And because, okay, first thing is the women's basketball players, they stand out because they're beautiful women that are athletes. So, and they were, in my opinion, yeah, they look good. Yeah, exactly. So there was the one that standed out, but also they were winning. They were top in the conference, so they were winning. So it just brought more and more people as I went.
Are they D1?
Yes,
D1.
they are D1. Yes, they are D1. They were winning, and they were just bringing more people as they won. The second sporting event I would probably say is the men's basketball probably, but it's still not as attendance that it should be because at the end of the day, it was mostly parents, some students, but not too much. And also, that's a big arena as well. The gym
I want to say they hosted an NCAA, the first round of the NCAA
yes,
tournament.
but it was at the council though. It wasn't.
It was at the gotcha,
it wasn't
gotcha.
at Duquesne campus. It was at the council. Yeah. So.
And the thing to get around the Duquesne basketball team this year is even if they don't win, they are exciting. They are an exciting team to watch. I didn't go here last year, but I went to my fair share of games. And people from Pittsburgh can grow up. They can relate to Micah Mason. He grew up around here. I remember playing high school basketball and just watching what he did throughout his career and stuff like that.
Okay.
They have an exciting team. They're going to score points.
Exactly.
They're going to play fast.
Exactly.
It's not just fundamental team. Let's just whine and grind 60 points and just hope it's close.
No.
It's a good team.
It's
just a matter of maybe some defense here and there
Exactly,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But they are going to put up points, and it's an exciting brand of basketball to watch.
It is. It is.
So I mean, it's
I've been to a
definitely
couple of
something
games.
to
It
get
was one of my best buddies. He's the starting point guard.
You said
DC,
that?
DC, and he puts up a good amount of points. He scored his 1,000-point last year, going into his senior year, and he could probably break some records. So definitely, it's some excitement there, but I just don't feel like it's been being promoted enough.
And talk about motivation. Fans in seats, fans in the stands. Talk about that extra motivation for players.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like I know as a football, like our last homecoming game, we had a good amount of people that came, and that just motivated us to put on the show, just to like try to beat the other opponent because they're coming to our house, and we got our family and friends and people. Some girls as well, you feel me? So you just
not gonna hurt.
Exactly, yeah.
Not
So
gonna
you just want to just show what you're capable of doing. So that's definitely big as well, definitely.
I never played college sports anything. I played junior college baseball for 1 year.
Be very proud of it, though.
I played high school basketball for a very small school. I'm talking one time I played a basketball game in front of an attendance of 3. You could hear one person clapping. You could tell which person was clapping. It was that bad.
Wow.
So if anybody understands small attendance, it's me.
Yeah.
So it's just everybody has to play their part. I think you have to. The fans have to come. When the fans come, the team plays better. When the team plays better, better recruits come. When better recruits come, they start to win, and then it just starts cycling and cycling like that. And that's how you start building up something. But if everybody has to play their part. I don't know who that starts with, though. I don't know
either.
who that starts with.
I feel like that starts with the student body.
It does. It definitely does.
has to
But
start
like
with student
someone's
body.
like gotta give them a nudge.
Exactly, yeah. It starts with the student body, and honestly, it can't start with the athletes because the athletes were occupied by so many things.
You're already doing enough.
Exactly.
As it is, so.
It has to be just one club or one particular student that just promotes just having a club to promote the sports, just sporting
And I feel like
events.
that gets into, because it could be a hard job, like going around to like, oh, you should come to the football game. Because, you know, people could just be like, I don't know how to say it, but like, you know, snobby and be like, you know, I'm not going to, I got better things to do.
Exactly,
so
exactly.
Like, but you could add in like extra incentives, like you said, like giveaways and like
One place to promote it is the library. Everybody's at the library.
Yeah.
Since it's a prestigious school, that's one thing. Everybody's at the library.
They gotta play football games in the library. I think that's the solution.
that would probably work, but
The crowd would be there. I don't know if it'd be as loud.
Loud, yeah,
That's
right?
the one thing. That might be a trade-off right
Exactly.
there. Even if you just made parking free, we have a 9 million square foot parking garage. I don't know the exact dimensions.
Yeah.
It's probably bigger than that.
9 million,
If you just
I'll
say
take
like,
it.
hey, if you come buy a ticket, we'll let you park in the garage for free.
Yeah.
Okay, even if they do fill up every single seat, I guarantee you they're still not going to fill up the entire parking garage.
Yeah.
So I still think they could do that and make that happen. That could be a
one
step.
good. Yeah, that's definitely one good point.
I feel like the guaranteed attendance, like people you know who are showing up, are a lot of the athletes' parents.
It is. It is. You don't have to think about that. I'm gonna tell you that it is. It is. It's most of the parents. experience. And it's not a problem with that, but at the end of the day, it would be nice to have a good student.
Some of your peers.
Exactly. And then once the game is over, when we're just walking down the hall, hey, good game, da-da-da, stuff like that. Just get recognized for all the hard work we've put in to play the collegiate sport. Because it's not easy, because we're going to class. We're doing the same thing you guys
You're out on that practice field every day.
Every day. So waking up 6 o'clock to work out.
I'm passing by at like 4 o'clock, and you guys are out there.
Exactly, exactly.
I mean, we all know this hasn't been a good year for Duquesne press-wise. That's why we're here to give some positive
Exactly.
Duquesne news. I think another thing to do is whenever you hear Duquesne athletics, I associate it with the last time I heard Duquesne in the news was Mike Mason and Jeremiah Jones in Southside getting arrested. I was at the city game. All he did was hold up mugshots. It's like,
wow,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm this year. I'm seeing we got good recruits. We got coming in. We got Brent Brombaugh. I don't know much about him, but I know I heard him in the news getting arrested. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. You're getting into this situation where we're trying to build something up. We're trying to make it better. Don't give us the only media attention that we get is negative media attention. We need some positive things to work on and stuff like that.
Exactly.
No matter how dumb it may be, it still needs to be positive.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up for you. So basically, we feel like the student body could do more. They don't support enough, but like we feel like someone should be out here like rallying the troops, sort of. And there's different ways. Maybe campus policies factor into it. But there's definitely ways we agree that it could be supported more.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, it could even start with the athletic department itself. I didn't even know back in the day when Ron Everhart was fired. That wasn't a very popular decision. Looking at the team, no one still knows why they did that. That didn't help the basketball team. If anything, it dropped them off.
Yeah.
Ron Everhart was a good coach. He led them to the NIT. He was doing the right steps and making the right decisions. So decisions to let him go, they just blow my mind because I don't get it. I don't know what that helps.
Yeah.
So it starts with them. They have to make the right coaching hires. They have to make the right athletic department decisions. Even playing that Pitt Duquesne game, it could be a start.
That would be a great start, in my opinion. That would be a great start.
Just small things like that are going to lead to bigger success down the road. That's just what I think.
I'm in agreement with all you, and I try to throw out my 2 cents as well. But for double take here, debate about our Duquesne sports topic, I'm your moderator, Pat, my man Tyler, my man Edgar, signing off. Cut.